All right, here we go with DuckTales episode 12. It's called Fool of the Nile. Oh, no, wait. Oh, it's called Much Ado. This episode better start deciding what the fuck it's called or I'm going to lose my mind. Okay, so it opens with this little girl. She's on a swing set. It's really creepy. She gets scared. She says someone's coming. It plays dramatic music. Then you see that someone is up at the mansion. It's, of course, Sunday, so Duckworth is dusting his random toys. Scrooge gets mad because he dusts too loud, and all of a sudden this little grifter salesman shows up. Don't remember his name. Scrooge looks through the peephole. Guy's little eyeball pops up, gives him a little scare, says he's there to sell him stuff. Scrooge says he sold him all this old junk, so it falls out of the closet, crushes Louie's feet. Scrooge can't take it anymore. He's lost his mind, so he goes into his panic room, pushes a couple buttons, little sliders go over the house, door closes. This little robot hand comes out, takes the welcome mat away because the guy is not welcome. So then in the panic room, they start watching this old episode of Twilight Zone. Louie's enchanted. Duckworth freaks out because he doesn't understand how television works. The little salesman offers this red velvet suit to Duckworth. He loses his mind. It's once again playing up the fact that they're making jokes about him being gay. So then Scrooge pulls his lever, launches the guy into the air, and the guy's okay though because he's got a little. I'm so tired I couldn't think of the word parachute. So he lands. He presents his butt to the house. Little robot leg comes out. This guy likes it. He gets randy because he knows he's about to get kicked in the butt. That's his favorite. So he gets some dust kicked out of his butt. And then he reaches down the back of his pants. It's like a reverse DuckTales crotch shot. And he keeps his hand in his pants for about 2 minutes. Then he pulls out his favorite VHS copy of Hard Bodies. And then he takes out this baseball bat. He's going to charge in. He said if he can't sell them something, he might as well just bash their heads in. So he charges at the door, comes in, Huey, Dewey, or Louie's first victim, gets him. Then they start fighting. Some more dust comes out of his butt. And then Scrooge inexplicably dresses up in diving gear with a bow tie with stars. He's got a harpoon that's bloody. His eyes turn to dollar signs. And then they realize that they bought these books from him. They were the great works of William Drakespeare. Now the Much Ado About Scrooge title makes sense. It's going to be an episode about William Drakespeare. So here's a picture of him. And this paper falls out, and it says that he has a long-lost play, his first play. Scrooge tries to read it. He can't. He's blind as a bat. His diabetes is taking his eyesight. So even though Duckworth has been drinking, he has Duckworth drive them to the boatyard. They're going to go find this lost play. So Huey, Dewey, or Louie starts bragging out the window to the salesman. Scrooge hushes him, closes his little bill, and pulls him down. Then the note flies out the window. This guy gets the idea. He's going to look for it too. So they all get on a boat. He swims on a boat, carries his bag. Then there's this bird. He's got a beard. He's got a little facial hair that grows out from under his bill. If I saw a duck with a no, I guess I'd laugh. I was gonna say I'd be creeped out if I saw a duck with a beard, but it'd be pretty funny looking. So he starts telling about how ghosts are all over William Drakespeare's island. Oh, they're floating the Isle of Great Britain. So the boys are scared because of ghost stories and because of Great Britain. So they show up, and Great Britain basically looks like Skull Island from King Kong. There's a little bird. He's chilling. But then it's revealed that this little duck salesman guy swam all the way to the Isle of Great Britain, pulls his bag up. He's either doing a quick change or he's turned into the Red Tornado from Justice League. Either way, he's up in his suit. Scrooge has the boys row him, but then the ship breaks, so they're going to drown. So Scrooge starts beating on one of them with his cane, trying to pull him under the water. Then he realizes another one's being thrown against the rocks. So then Scrooge passes out because he doesn't have any energy, and they all wash up on the shore dead. But then these three versions of the salesman come up, and they resuscitate him. There's only one left. This is, by the way, the most terrifying smile I've ever seen on anyone. And all of a sudden, the three witches from Macbeth are there. They laugh. And then they laugh. And then they laugh. And then they laugh. and then one of them's scared, and then they laugh, and then one of them's scared, they laugh, they laugh, they laugh, and then they come at you, and then they laugh, and then the salesman shows up, and he's got this black cat. Black cat goes bananas. He don't want any part of this episode. Don't blame him. Then Julius, I couldn't tell. This is obviously from Caesar. I think it is Mark Anthony Duck. So he does a lend me your ears, and then he does this little aside joke to the guard. He says, also lend me your hands. This episode was obviously written by someone who wants to be writing something better than DuckTales, and they think that by writing an artsy Shakespeare episode, he'll get cred or like have some kind of dignity, but he's not, because it's DuckTales, and he's just cramming these references into a kid show that no kid is gonna get. So this guard brandishes a sword. They pick him up. They throw him in the ocean. They get saved. They got these blankets on. They look like people after their family's been murdered, and the cops put blankets on them. And then there's this crazy like wink off between Scrooge and the salesman. They wink back and forth. And then they get going. And you know who pops up next? This little pan flute kid with horns. And he's like, yeah, that's me. And then he plays him a tune. And then these girls dance out. And there's a black one. So it's good to see this is like the first time they've acknowledged race in the DuckTales universe. So they have to walk through these creepy woods. Scrooge gets really sick to his stomach about that. He makes a noise like, ugh. So they start walking through. Little pan kid shows up again, and then he disappears off the log he was standing on. They find these dumb birds. They squawk, and then the trees come alive. This is from Macbeth. They're referencing the whole forest moving, being alive. So they point that out. Little salesman pulls out a chainsaw, charges the trees, cuts them all in half. He murders them. Scrooge is happy. So they find Drakespeare's castle. They go inside. Little guy's got flashlights. They start looking for the lost player. They check books. They check under a bed. They check a suit of armor. They check this empty theater. There's a little statue of Drakespeare. He's got his hand out. They got a clue in the beginning to shake his hand. So then these curtain boobs come at Scrooge. Little pan kid shows up. Duck walks on the ceiling. He's listening to a lot of Lionel Richie that day. Shakes his hand. They find the lost play. Then like the witches, the Mark dog show up. The pan kid, he rips his antlers off. This witch pulls her nose off, and she's still ugly, and her skin's that color. So it's funny to me that was the one piece of costume that she put on. The trees weren't real, so he's mad that his friends were murdered. Little pan kid says, oh, here, we'll do that play for you. It's a play about McDuck. It's basically Shylock from Merchant, and they do this really weird like money counting, money grubbing part that came off very, very racist. And then they take him away to die. They chain him up and they take him off to die alone. So the duck steals the play. The little salesman. The sky turns to fire, and the salesman duck decides he's going to end it all. He's going to jump off and kill himself with the play. So he does kill himself, but they get the book back from his dead body. They bury it, and then all is happy. The sun comes up. So that's the end. Oh, and it ends with one of them saying an actual Shakespeare quote. All the world is a stage. And it's done with like a lot of reverb, so it's supposed to be like really poignant. But once again, I'd like to remind this writer he's writing for DuckTales.